some news today really shifted my focus away, and it caused me to take a U-turn and talk about we need to hold higher education precious. We need to protect it more than we ever have in years past. It was reported that there was an active shooter on Prairie View A&M's campus, and unfortunately, a campus employee suffered a life threat, uh, life ending. Well, she deceased. Sorry to say it that way, but an employee is deceased as a result. And then, you know, outside of HBCUs, it was reported that on the campus of Louisiana Tech, I'm not sure if it was on the campus or if it was surrounding the campus, that there was a stabbing and a random act of violence, and multiple people sustained serious injuries. And the point I want to make is that we cannot go numb to this. We cannot say I'm tired of talking about this. We cannot say I'm tired of seeing this. We cannot get into that frame of mind, because the moment we get into that frame of mind, it continues to happen. And people who look like us, people who we love, people who we cherish, people who have a chance to have a future and have success in this world, they are suffering as a result. These young kids that are going to school to create a better life for themselves are suffering because we are not doing our part to protect these young men and women on these campuses. And I'm not just talking about in college. This I said this earlier in the year when Morgan State and Bowie State had their shooting incidents on during their homecomings. It's we have to protect high schools as well. We need to protect middle schools as well. We need to protect elementary schools as well. Because how many times over the years have we seen these stories happen, and we get the sad face and we groan and we get upset at seeing all these incidents happening, and for a short time we are upset about it, and then as time goes on we move on, and then it happens again. And another thing that I want to say is that we as men and women have to be better mentors to our young children. I am tired of seeing these videos of these young kids rapping, which is not the problem. The problem is that they're doing it with guns in their hands. They're talking about shooting. They're talking about violence. That's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. Because what happens when they get older and they start getting into that activity rather than continue to being on a positive route of rapping and making music and discovering their actual talents? What happens when they, God forbid, go out into the streets and they're just trying to live a normal life? And then somebody comes over to them and check them and say, remember when you was talking about them guns? Let me see what you really about now. You know, that's not the energy that we need to put out in this world, because people don't take those kind of messages in the right way. We have to we need to learn positive ways to reinforce our young children and to get them into the right frame of mind so that they are not involved in incidents like this. So I I really hope that what I'm trying to say is coming across in the right way, because I really am not trying to put any kind of negativity out there in the world. I just want the best for the youth and the young adults who are just trying to, and the adults, because remember there was an employee that was also involved. So let me not, put them to the side. I'm just saying the youth, because trauma, it hurts so much more when you're younger, and you're not able to process it as much when you're younger. So that's the only reason why I'm saying younger. So I hope that I'm not, shoving the adults to the side as if they're not important, because they absolutely are. But the point I'm trying to make is that colleges and school and higher education is very important. It's very sacred, and it does not deserve these acts of violence that they have been unfortunate, unfortunately, just I don't have the I don't have the words. I just want better for our institution, and I don't want this happening anymore.